Hi traders, this is Cynthia. I'm going to show you how to do a trade with the Breakout Alert EA. And what you do first is I always place it into my 1 minute chart, and I trade off the 1 minute chart. So you just go to your navigator under EA and select it and drop it in here, and you need to change the trailing stop parameters. Trail enable needs to be changed from false to true, and the trail distance you can leave it at 5, which is 5 pips to trail a stop, but I'm in the FinFX ECN account, and you have, for any ECN account that's 5-digit, you have to add a 0. So I'm going to make that trail distance 50. I'm going to turn the sound enable to false, because I don't like it binging in my ear when I'm trying to trade. And then you click save and name it BO50. I already did that, so I just saved over it and click OK, and now your expert advisor is enabled. We just had a news announcement about 21 minutes ago for the US dollar, for the US. And I did place a trade in an earlier video, but the video didn't do very well. And it was a buy, and it was back here somewhere in here where I placed the buy. And I got stopped out after, let's see, 32, 6 pips, and I made $14.50. I'm in an FinFX ECN demo account. You can only open an ECN account with $2,500. I'm trading conservatively with 0.25, and in just a few minutes I made 6 pips and $14.50. It was painless. There was no retracement whatsoever. The night before there was an Aussie news report, and I did a really quick trade. Tried to do a video for that. Didn't work out, but I made $23.75 in just 3 minutes. So that was a stronger push. The news release this morning was not very strong. But here's how I do it after I've attached my Breakout EA to the 1 minute chart. First of all, I go look at the 15-minute chart to see the major trend. And you can see we've had a long downtrend with some consolidation this morning, and that was waiting for the 8:30 news release in Forex Factory calendar, which is one of the things you have to check constantly. And I always write it down for every day and then remind myself by looking all the time, because I'll forget when the news releases. But this Breakout EA is perfect for news releases. And here we had the news release this morning, which and it hit the triangle target. So in the 15-minute chart, it's already hit the target according to the triangle pattern. So and here you can see we had the cross, which this is an aggressive entry, but being a news release, it's okay to take the aggressive entries. You don't wait for this for the I trend to hit the 60 RSI line. So anytime it crosses and you have your trend slope, which is bullish, and the signal entry stop, which is bullish, and a green candle, as soon as you have a cross here, you can jump in for a news trade, and that is an aggressive way to trade. Now, I just check the 15-minute chart first to see the direction, and then I look at the 5-minute chart, and here's where the news actually was released, right back in here. So right about in here. I forget where I jumped in. I jumped in at 32262. 32262. Right about in here is when I got in. So I only caught 6 pips because I don't know, what was I doing? We're having a pullback here. Let's look at the 1 minute chart. 32262. Right in here on the spike I got in. Probably right about here is when I jumped in. So yeah, and then it just didn't go very far. This was not a very strong news release, and we've had, here's a pullback, here's a pullback. We're actually just in a whipsaw condition. The price just doesn't know if it wants to go higher or lower. And back here I could have taken a short while I was making this video, but now it seems to want to go long again. You can always, what I was trying to do was wait for it to break through the 100% Fibonacci line up here. Okay, we have a blue dot and a green candle, and the I trend lines are kissing right at the 60 line. So if the green I trend breaks above, then we have a long signal, and we want it to break above this resistance. We've already banged into this resistance back here, so we want to see what happens. Okay, the I trend is crossed. We have a green candle and a blue, and we could actually just get in on a little tiny pullback here and then hope that it keeps running up. But I know that we're going to at least bang up against this 100% resistance. This is the Fibonacci level. So here we go. Let's go. I got in. Oops, let's see where we got the trade. Okay, we got in at 32.40. We're at $4 in profit. Look at it run. And I have this set for trailing stop 50, which is actually just 5 pips in an ECN account. And so as soon as it hits break even, it's going to move the trailing stop to break even plus just a tiny fraction of a pip to lock in at least break even. And then if it keeps going, for each pip it moves up, it's going to move the trailing stop. So it follows nicely, just trails along 5 pips behind the price. And if it can break above the resistance here of the 100% Fibonacci line, we'll have a nice move. It's just not showing any strength. It's tried several times. We might even fail on this attempt. But what you can do always is watch it in the tick chart, and if you see that it's going to fail and not break above, you can salvage the trade just by closing the trade right before it closes out at a loss. So you can get something, but we're banging up against the resistance here. This is not going to be a good example of a good trade, but we might get lucky. One of these times it might break above that resistance. So here we go. I just wanted to move 5 pips in. Here we go. The trailing stop just kicked in, and we're in profit 13, 11, 10, and we're actually, the trailing stop is this trade anymore. It's going to no matter what it does, it's going to give us 2 pips. So let's see if it has some strength to keep pushing up against that 100% Fibonacci line. If it does, this can yield a really nice profit here, but the euro going up is just not that strong. But at least we've got 2 pips bagged for this trade, which is not much, but with strong momentum, a good news event, or just the market is just right now a little bit weak, but here we go. Maybe it wants to try and go higher. And of course, anytime you want, you can close this out if you're happy with the profit, if you see it not going any further. But this is starting to climb a little bit. Let's see how far it'll go. It's trailing 5 pips behind, and so if it reverses, oh, we caught it really nice. We're up to $26 profit. Okay, it's coming back a little. If it stops us out, that's great. We've got already 6 pips locked in without us doing anything, totally stress-free. It's only that first few minutes where you have to worry at all, and but I've never actually lost a trade doing this. If you use my indicators and wait for the volatility to increase past the 60 line, you can take the early aggressive entries and catch most of the push. So there we go. We got stopped out. And how much did we make? We made $15.25. And earlier at the beginning of the news release, I made $14.50. And last night I was trading the Aussie news release and I made $23.75. That was just in 3 minutes. So you can see that this was trading after the news release, after the pullbacks, and then we had another little nice run up. So you can trade these things all day long. And just here's the 1 minute chart. Same thing happened in the New Zealand dollar. So you always just look to see what's happening first in the 15-minute chart, jump down to the 5-minute chart, and do your actual trade after a pullback in the 1 minute chart. And you get the perfect entries in the 1 minute chart. But you can't trade just with the 1 minute chart. You have to always look at the 5-minute chart for your entry confirmation and direction, and of course the major direction in the 15-minute chart. So I hope this shows you a little bit of the potential. I only have 2 pairs open here, and what if I had 4 or 5 or 6 pairs, and I'm just constantly looking for, you have an alert with this EA and it'll bing you to death, but at least it'll tell you what's happening, and you can just click over and look at the chart. And if you see, always start with the 15-minute chart, 5-minute chart, and place your trade in the 1 minute chart for the perfect entries. And you can just do this all day long in multiple charts. Just scalp 5 pips here and there. Sometimes you can get 10 or 20 out of a trade if the momentum's really strong. So this is a really fast, fun, easy way to make a lot of pips every day. You do need to do this, like I said, in an ECN account, and I'm willing to give you this Breakout Alert EA for free if you open a trading account using my link with either FinFX. That's a $2,500 minimum opening, so you can make more money if you can afford to do that. And then there's FX Open. You can get an ECN account for $1,000, and the spreads are not quite as good as FinFX. I think the spreads are the best with FinFX. So if you have $2,500, that's what I would recommend doing. If you don't have that much, at least open for $1,000 with FX Open. And if you only have $500 and you're not a U.S. trader, you can open with Think Forex, which $500 is minimum funding. That's great if you're not a U.S. trader. They don't accept U.S. traders, but FX Open and FinFX do accept U.S. traders. So if you're a U.S. trader, I would highly recommend that you do this. And I'll be happy to give you the Breakout Alert EA if you open an account and with my name and my link, and you email me your account name and number and the date you opened and the amount you funded with. And then that way I'll send you the Breakout Alert EA, and you can keep trading and making just great, fun, easy money. You'll just love this Alert EA. It's just wonderful. So thanks very much for watching, and I hope that you sign up for an ECN account and get in the habit of looking at Forex Factory calendar for all the news events. They happen all day and all night. That's where you're going to enjoy the most profit with this Breakout Alert. But even without a news event, things happen all the time. And of course, and you can just make a great amount of money playing and having fun with this any time of the day or night. It doesn't matter. You don't have to. I trade using this in the very slow Asian session and make lots of money. Of course, if you trade during the London or New York, that's where you have the most momentum during those sessions. So if you can trade during the London or New York session, that's what I recommend. You're going to make the most money. Thanks very much for watching. I hope that you open a live ECN account with either FinFX or FX Open or Think Forex using my link. Email me when your account's alive and funded and you're trading, and I'll send you the Breakout Alert EA. and you're going to really